want the world to stand up, and the students finally did. Let's put it.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, Haslamore, coming to you live from somewhat cloudy Los Angeles, California, on this beautiful, wonderful, fantastic Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday, folks. That's right. I made this song. This is my rap. This is my rap song.
Macklemore is my favorite artist now.
No,
Sorry,
no,
Kendrick.
no. That's Austin Ox's Hints Hall. Austin have an AI cover of Macklemore. We're live, we're alive, and I hope all the blues, girls, and Evvies are having a fantastic one. This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news about what's going on in the world of Hassan Austin Ivan Piker. Yesterday, I ended the broadcast because I had to go to dinner. After playing a little bit of Disco Elysium, after almost implementing full-blown communism, like it's never been implemented before, because obviously it's never been attempted and it's never been perfected.
Hey, psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building
here it is.
Communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet, but neither has love. Should we just stop building love too?
Can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
Stopped in between my conversation with Measurehead. We were having that conversation, but honestly, I had to go to dinner, which I did. Hades 2 is somehow more bisexual than even the first game. I don't even know how. Played Hades 1 when I identified as a guy, and now we'll play Hades 2 as a woman. This image is literally my arc. Bisexuals had their fun already. Now it's bisexuals' turn. I don't even know how you can be more bisexual. Like, Hades 1 is the most bisexual game of all time. I don't know how Hades 2 becomes even more bisexual, but congratulations. Do you take any days off from lifting? Yes, I do. Like today. I did not lift today. I played basketball today. I work out every single day, but having said that, if I am not lifting, if I am not training, then I will be playing basketball, which is what I did this morning. I didn't get to play too much basketball, but I did throw the ball around for Kaya quite a bit. That's why she's passed the fuck out as always. But yeah, last night, ended the broadcast, went to dinner with my brother, with Chris. That was all right. This is like my third night in a row where I've eaten out, and it's kind of cooking me big time diet wise. Like I'm managing as best as possible, but it's not great. It's not great that it exists. It's not great that this problem persists in my life. Do you stick to your diet when you go out, or just go for it? I mean, I try to track it as best as possible. Like last night I had steak. I had Brussels sprouts on the side. I try to like pack it up with like as much green shit as possible. But the issue is, like, when you go out, if you make Brussels sprouts at home, you can manage it. Like, you can use a spray, you can just like spice it up, season it, and therefore get some kind of like taste out of it that way. But when you're out and about in a restaurant, the secret sauce is butter. It's just butter and more butter. So they just dump everything into a vat of butter. So everything is like super high calorie. Like, if you get a steak that's like 600, 700 calories normally, right? You go to the restaurant, it's gonna be 1,200 to 1,300 calories. Lit up.
We are going to be
what is this?
making the weapon of my people, okay? This weapon was wielded by the Ottoman sons, not daughters, mostly sons. I am so wet right now. Like, you can't tell. I'm so hot. Today we're forging. We're fucking forging, dude. We're gonna be forging extra hard.
I see a thirst trap. I like it, and you should too.
We are going to be making.
That's the rules. Them's the rules, chat. Bring the old hair back. That was a good hair day. The problem is, I think what many people fail to consider is that there's good hair days and bad hair days when you have long hair. Whereas when you have short hair, it's infinitely more manageable. And most of the days turn into good hair days, especially because I get like a haircut. I'm gonna get one tonight, actually.
Have you ever craved something you've never had before, but it sounds so good in your mind?
Daddy's home for me. I know you've been waiting for this loving all day. You know your daddy's home.
You was a masturbator.
Feeble man.
God.
Oh my.
I don't think she knows I'm one of the judges.
Mish, I'm gonna be honest. I like your style. Keep
Everyone
breaking
knows
him
that.
down.
Thank you.
Ego surfing is nice. This isn't just ego surfing, my friend. This also plays, in my opinion, a genuinely important role in propagandizing the positions that this community has to a broader community. Because the reason why thirst talks are very important is because, like, it's the one aspect that many of my haters can't fucking shake. Like, they can be like, you're a fake socialist because you have a house, but they can't turn around and be like, you're not hot. They try. They do. They try. It doesn't stop them from trying. They'll be like, oh, look at how I drew you as a soy jack. And I drew myself as a Chad. And I am sexy and you are not. And it's like, okay, well, people can still see what I look like, you know? Thirst talks are incredibly important in propagandizing a lot of my positions in general. Someone came in the chat the other day and said something about flab on your arms. Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, bro, look how fat your fucking arms are. And it's like, bro, what, you can see though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can see what I look like with your own two eyes. So it just doesn't work. It's like one of those things that it's like impossible to fucking shit on. Like the bit of gyno. Yeah, I mean, of course I have a bit of gyno, but that's like a meme. That's like a lifter meme. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of shit is just like literally inner community memes overall. If you know what that is, and if you are like throwing that accusation around, you're already too far gone. You know what I mean? The average normie is not someone that's going to think about that or know what that is. What is this? Rennie explaining the rap beef between Kendrick v. Drake to their parents. You said this is what you sound like to the older viewers.
He says certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Then he does some ad lib and then says, "Why are you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord. It's probably A minor." Which he sings.
Yo, so much respect for this family.
He sings.
So much unimaginable respect for this family. They are me. I have this as well. A Chick-fil-A sauce on deck. The type that you can only buy at like a Ralph's or like a Walmart. You know what I mean? That's me for real. I have that shit. I put that shit on my breakfast sandwiches. It's out of control. It's out of this world. I fucking love the homophobia. Sometimes it gets a little stale, so I start saying slurs into the bottle before I pop it open. You know what I mean? And it works. It literally brings it back to life. I don't know what it is. It's like casting a spell. You just gotta say some homophobic slurs. You gotta engage in a little bit of queer phobia in the proximity of the bottle. If it's like starting to get stale, it really picks it back up, puts a kick right into it.
Which he sings in the piano chord of A minor because he's the conductor singing and writing the score, upping the score to A minor from the original key, which was in A flat.
Interesting.
So
Never let Austin say this slur into the bottle, though it would immediately spoil. No, Austin, you don't understand. Austin's got so much hate in his heart. Like when he says it, when he slurs it, dude, it actually feels like more real than when I say it. Like when I say it, it's like, haha, okay, bro, we know what your politics are. But when Austin says it, it's like, damn, dude, shit, you really got a fucking umph in there. You really got some kick in there, dude. Why'd you say it like that? Why don't you start a Majority Report style show? I don't know, because I do that already on my own, like by myself pretty much. And with you guys, actually, I'm not by myself. It's just like me and you guys. We do it together. I do the Majority Report, but for like 8 hours every day. All right, what is this Northernlion clip? And then I'm gonna blast off.
You know, you got your twinks, you got your bears, you got your otters, you got your dommy mommies, you got your uwu submissives and stuff like that. You know, you got your...
Okay.
Oh,
what is
thank
this?
you so much for the bits. I was so far right that I was in JROTC all 4 years. The high school I met Trump when he was president and was congratulated by him. I did one semester at the Air Force Academy. Winter break, I heard about Hassan, joined his chat, ready to tear him to shreds. But listened instead and started to think, changed my views, transferred to a public school, got active in leftist politics. If I can change people, anyone can change. Hell yeah.
Let's go. To be fair, though, that person is young. So they are like they are naturally going to be more open-minded than like older people who are just like very calcified in their positions that just refuse to see another side. Change my mind. Dems are fascist. I mean, they're just like fascist, but a little gay. That's it. You are the Fidel Castro of basketball.
Fidel Castro balled so fucking hard and made people question the revolution. And
Bro, this is like a fake. Oh God. As much as I love TikTok, I hate that like half of TikTok is literally just like stolen Reddit posts of just people lying, which are also like stolen from older forum posts. A lot of this stuff is just like literally a fake post that goes viral on Twitter, and these guys just read it as though it's like real information. And they do that a lot for like Twitter memes. They also do that a lot for shit that they found on Reddit. And ironically enough, the fake lies on Reddit were also like basically just a copy pasta that is being repackaged on some kind of Reddit, you know, r/am I the asshole or whatever. And those lies actually are, you know, those lies were originally cultivated in some goddamn forum, like a bodybuilding forum or whatever, 20 years ago. It's so funny how we just like repackage it over and over again. And each generation has their own version of like the broccoli haired Zoomer that basically repeats it unconditionally and tries to gain clout, karma, likes, whatever it is off of that. Netanyahu says Israel can stand alone after Biden threatens arms halt. They won't, and they can't. And I hope they do. Phew, enough. Good riddance. Stand alone then, bitch. But you won't be able to. Okay? You will not be able to. 3 days prior, he's talking about how like the Holocaust happened and we can never let it happen again. Never again is now. Luckily, we have friends. Luckily, we have friends all around the world that want us to do ethnic cleansing to the Palestinians who are genocidal themselves. Tomorrow, Dr. Phil's dropping a 1 hour long unedited interview with the Israeli Prime Minister on a shitty version of Disney Plus. Yeah, I love that Dr. Phil was like, yeah, I got to do voices that are unrepresented in mainstream media, and that's why I'm going independent. And then what does he do? He has fucking the Israeli Prime Minister on. Yeah, there's a voice that's not represented in mainstream media. Thank you, Dr. Phil. Not good. RFK Jr.'s worm started dropping spice in his brain, and now he's having visions of galactic jihad. I mean, it's fine. It's kind of mid. Babylon Bee never has a hit. I mean, it has the fixins of a joke, so you're like, your bar for like what constitutes a joke is like from Babylon Bee is like a child's, you know what I mean? We literally look at Babylon Bee in the same way that we look at like Joe Biden, where he's able to communicate things without like fucking up. And we're like, oh, that's so cute. The old man is able to say stuff, right? And it's the same for Babylon Bee, where we're like, oh, they did a joke. Like what they're saying is not just like, you know, 14-year-old rape victims deserve the death penalty if they get an abortion. Where's the fucking joke, Babylon Bee? That's not a joke. You're just an insane person for saying that, right? So because half the time that's what their jokes are, or just like repeating the lol, trans women are just men in dresses, am I right? Over and over again, and saying attack helicopter, attack helicopter, attack helicopter over and over again. In between all of that, when they get one that they just fucking put out there that's like, you know, that has the workings of a joke, like the structure of a joke, you're like, oh, good job. I told myself I wouldn't send you this because it will only bring us pain, but it's also content. Oh my God. You know what we needed? More of this kind of like Family Guy ripoff style fucking show. We definitely needed that. There aren't enough on Hulu. There aren't like a million versions of this show on Netflix and Hulu. I'm so glad that they're doing it on the Daily Wire as well. Yeah. I fucking love that, man. Thank you so much. Danny Trejo's a part of it. Yeah, I heard he just like takes a bag no matter what. There are a bunch of artists and a bunch of like actors that do that, where they will just like take the bag. They don't give a shit who's feeding them the bag. Snoop Dogg is like that. Nicolas Cage is like that. Morgan Freeman is like that. These are some of the very famous cases. I didn't even know that Danny Trejo was like that, but apparently he is as well. Have you seen this clip that's been going around to be like, see, anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism? IWR exclusive. An FIU student complained that anti-Jewish students aren't protected during protests when the mask slips. Instead of someone saying anti-Zionist, they said anti-Jewish. Is that it? They got him? That like some fucking 18-year-old accidentally said anti-Jewish instead of anti-Zionist? That's it, boys. Pack it up. all the Jews that are anti-Zionist themselves. Haha, we got you. We knew it. You guys were always secretly anti-Semitic. Fucking own, dude. I love the Israel war room being like, that's it. We got him. I'm shocked that this doesn't happen more frequently by like actual anti-Semitic people and even people who are like having these kinds of like momentary accidents, right? The fact that this isn't something that they can find every day is shocking. It is not the norm, okay? Normally, in these kinds of broad protest movements, especially amongst young people, there are going to be people that aren't communicating their desires in the most efficient way possible. That doesn't mean that their heart is not in the right place, and that doesn't actually take away from the broader movement as a whole. A big part of what I did for Black Lives Matter protests was basically have to address all of those instances on fucking steroids, because people were constantly being like, well, what about this random guy? What about that random guy? What about this guy who was wearing tactical gear, who suspiciously looks like a police officer, who broke into the Jiffy Lube? Huh? Address the guy who broke into the Jiffy Lube. I thought these guys wanted to protest police brutality. Turns out they just wanted to riot because they're black. And it's like, no, that guy looks like a cop. If you remember, I've talked about stuff like that quite a bit during the BLM protests. If you were in here, I don't even have to fucking talk about this shit that much for the pro-Palestinian encampments. And it is genuinely shocking that there aren't more like messaging mishaps like this. I feel like Elon Musk as a PSYOP brought back Nick Fuentes specifically so he could be like, see, all the pro-Palestinian voices are actually Nazis or some shit. Why in the ever-loving fuck would you bring back a straight up, open, out and about, Holocaust-denying neo-Nazi? By the way, Kanye West confirmed a Fuentes stream on Instagram story. I want to fucking, oh my God, I hate this shit so much. I hate this shit so fucking much, dude. We are legitimately, unironically and unironically working to make Nazism a thing again, okay? And he's a huge misogynist too. Yeah, that's my major consideration for Nicholas fucking Fuentes. Something that your dad also believes, you know what I mean? You could say that about me, okay? You could be like, Hassan, you're misogynistic. Valid, fair, okay? We're talking about a fucking neo-Nazi who's a Holocaust denier. Misogyny doesn't even meet the top 10 most awful shit that he has said. He's a fucking fascist, man. Keep your eyes on the fucking prize here, please. It blows my goddamn mind. Come on, Rosebud. What did I say wrong? I don't understand. What you said wrong is there is a hierarchy of bigotry here, okay? Like saying, for example, Andrew Tate is a huge misogynist is valid. Saying Nicholas Fuentes is a huge misogynist is hilarious because he's literally a fucking fascist. He's like an out and about open neo-Nazi who is a Holocaust denier. And you're literally turning around and being like, and he's also a misogynist. It's literally like littering at that point. He also litters. I saw him litter one time. It's like, this doesn't mean that misogyny is unimportant, okay? It simply means that misogyny doesn't even meet like the top 10 most awful qualities of this particular individual because he is a very truly toxic human being. Barely a human being. Also, being a Nazi is basically 100% correlated with also being misogynist. Like, who's out there being a Nazi, but also is a feminist too? Lauren Southern. Hello. Excuse me. New Lauren Southern is a Nazi feminist now. Old Lauren Southern was trad wife status. New Lauren Southern, feminist, but also still very right wing.